Okay, before we go to the list of players in camp right now, Ty, you've got one tweet there?
Right, absolutely. Just one that we'll take for now before we go to the updates from the Super Eagles camp. This one is from Kalamazoo. It says the absence of Mikel Obi might be a blessing in disguise. We'll have the opportunity to see other players in that attacking midfield roles, so we have options. So it's not worried at all. It says, it goes on to say that probably Joel Obi might get his opportunity to impress for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Joel Obi has been out because of injuries.
He's been in and out. Young man whose career has not been helped by injury. I recall some Nations Cup back some years. I felt, okay, this man is going to give Mikel Obi a run for his money. But at some point, he fell off the radar. But thankfully, he's been able to revive it with Torino.
Right.
Even though most of the matches, he starts from the bench. But we know what it brings.
He plays.
He plays, but in the past few games, he was out injured. It wasn't something to worry about. Then on the last game, he was on the bench, eased into the encounter at some point, but he's getting playing time, which is quite key. I want to see how he has matured over the years, the potential he had, if he has really hit that mark, talking about national team football. And for Ganatrot to have looked in his direction, says that the young man has got something to offer. Let's see what they come up with against Poland and other subsequent friendlies.
Absolutely. I mean, surely must be doing something right now. Before we go to Tony Bitoye, we're still trying to establish our connection. Let's just update you with the latest arrivals in the Super Eagles camp in Poland for that particular friendly. 14 players in camp yesterday. As of today, this morning, before we came on there, we have 22 players. And William Chustek, when we talk about all these guys on the first page already. The latest arrivals in camp are Odion Igalo, Ogen Onazi. You also have Uche Agbo, Ahmed Musa, Chidoze Awazin, Wilfred Ndidi Cecilia, Kelechi Iheanacho, and Victor Moses. So those are the latest arrivals in camp.
Joined the camp, so which is a good one. When you have Victor Moses, Kelechi Iheanacho,
those are the big boys.
You know, those are precisely. I mean, these are the big boys. You have them, so it's just Mikel that is missing here. I'm talking about the big boys. Okay, Carry table. Yeah, he's growing there. He's getting there. He's getting there, right?
I think he's there.
He's there already.
The national team is there. If you watch the Under-23 championship some years back and even at the Olympics. Well, like someone tweeted, maybe to be an opportunity for other players because everybody is trying to stake their claim. It's the World Cup here.
Right.
And it might just be a blessing in disguise for other players to just get into their shoes and impress further the coaches.
Okay. A particular player on that list, just to round off on the segments, Chidozie Awazin. Central defender, you'd say, you know, he's had his opportunity. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities there, but the very first game he played, I was against South Africa. Yeah, it was a baptism of fire. But what do you think about him? He's a very good player, obviously. But before you give us a comment on that, Tony Bitoye is ready to talk to us.
Yeah, he's ready to talk to us now. Tony, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Cecilia. Thank you, Tyrone. It's a privilege to be on Sports this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to have you. Now, the first question we're going to go for, we know Mikel will not be around for the game against Poland. What about the one against Serbia?
Yeah, it's a big doubt that he will be available for both games. He has issues of work permit to sort out, and he's been on it for a while. We were hoping that the issues will have been sorted by now, but unfortunately they are still there. So we hope he can still sort them as quickly as possible. There's still a chance he could be joining us, but at the moment it's not looking good. Etebo is not here. Etebo is recovering from a muscle strain that he picked up in his club. So the club is holding him back, understandably so. They are battling against the drop and they don't want to risk him during the international break. So Etebo may not also be joining us for these games. But Victor Moses came in last night, as you said. We have 22 players in camp. Ideally, this should be enough for the 2 games. And the good news is that all those who are in camp with us there are in good shape. Tyrone Eboyi, Joel Obi were all involved in training yesterday. They came through well. They are doing okay. So we don't have any injury worries here in camp. And we're expecting Ekechukwu Ezenwa to join us today Daniel Akwe is also having issues with visa. We are hoping they can sort it out so that they can also join us for the 2 games.
Wow, the 2 goalkeepers.
The 2 goalkeepers, okay.
Thankfully, there's 1 goalkeeper in camp already, so whatever happens, there'll be someone in goal.
That's the way it's going to be. Junior Ajayi also, he seems to also be having issues with his visa problem. Why are we having this to him? Is there something we could have done better earlier or something?
You know, it's a little complex because we are playing a game across two countries, and we are playing just within 3-4 days. And then you know that before you can apply for visas, you need to get all the clearances from FIFA, from CAF, from the venue where the games will be played, the FAs of the countries involved. So it's a long process, and sometimes these things come so quickly that you do not have any option than to just try to see how far you can go. Sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't work. And it's a very interesting situation because some of the players who had applied for visas about a month ago are yet to get theirs, while some who applied just 2-3 weeks ago already have theirs. So these things sometimes do happen. You remember when we had a game against Senegal and Burkina Faso in London, the Burkina Faso team couldn't come because they couldn't get visas. Some of the Senegalese players couldn't come because of visa issues. These are the realities of the modern times. These countries are difficult to access, so just have to make do with whatever we can.
Okay, how much of a miss is it going to? How much of an impact is it going to have on some of these players not having all the players around? We talked about Etebo injured, Mikel likely almost out, and the ones that are still not making it. Will he have any impact on the game itself?
Yeah. We are expecting a Ketu question this morning, so we'll have to play the 2 games probably with 2 goalkeepers. That's going to impact on the plan of the coach because we are going to